There's a divine pattern woven throughout Scripture, a mysterious number that appears again and again, and it's not just any number. It's the number 40. Do you ever wonder why the number 40 seems to pop up everywhere in the Bible? From Noah to Jesus, from Israel to you, God uses 40 to mark pivotal moments of testing, preparation, and breakthrough. Today, we Lines unlock the secrets of this divine number and discover how it shapes our faith and destiny. 40 days and nights. In just 40 days, Noah's flood covered the earth, cleansing and renewing all of creation. Picture the world as it was, corrupt and broken beyond repair. Then came the rain, falling for 40 consecutive days and nights, washing away the old and making way for the new. It was a divine judgment, yes, but also an incredible display of God's mercy and His desire for a fresh start. In the same way, our lives can get cluttered with the weight of past mistakes, pain, and disappointments that leave us feeling overwhelmed and weary. But when we experience what I call the 40-day rains in our lives, it's not the end. It's a cleansing, a spiritual baptism that clears the slate and prepares us for a future filled with hope and healing. Just like the world after the flood, we emerge renewed and ready to live in harmony with God and His purposes for us. Moses fasted on Mount Sinai for 40 days as he received the law, bridging heaven and earth. Imagine standing at the foot of Mount Sinai, the very mountain where God had revealed Himself to Moses. For 40 days, Moses abstained from food and drink, completely focused on hearing God's words that would shape the destiny of an entire nation. It's a profound display of commitment and faith. Similarly, in our lives, there are times when we need to detach from the distractions of this world and draw closer to God. Through prayer and fasting, we can align our hearts and minds with His will, gaining clarity and strength to face the challenges ahead. It's a reminder that when we seek God with all our hearts, He not only answers our prayers, but also uses them to transform us into the people He created us to be. Elijah journeyed to Mount Horeb for 40 days, seeking God's voice in desperation. Picture yourself in the footsteps of the prophet Elijah, journeying across the rugged landscape, Mount Carmel to Mount Horeb, in desperate search of God's guidance. After 40 long days of walking and wrestling with doubt, Elijah hears the still, small voice that reveals God's true presence. It's a powerful lesson in faith, showing us that sometimes we have to walk through the wilderness of uncertainty to find the oasis of divine direction. Similarly, when life feels chaotic and we can't hear God's voice clearly, He might be calling us to a season of solitude and reflection, a time to strengthen our faith and realign our hearts with His. Jesus was tempted in the wilderness for 40 days, proving His messianic calling. Imagine standing in the dusty, sun-baked wilderness as Jesus, the Son of God, resists the fiery darts of temptation hurled by the enemy. For 40 long days, Jesus endured, proving His humanity while affirming His divine mission. It's a profound reminder that we, too, will face moments of intense pressure and temptation, but we can trust that with God's help, we can overcome and fulfill our unique purposes. Jesus appeared to His disciples for 40 days after the resurrection, confirming His victory over death. Picture the joy and disbelief as Jesus, risen from the dead, appeared to His disciples for 40 days, sharing His victory over death and empowering them to carry on His mission. These 40 days were not just a time of celebration, but also preparation for the disciples as they grappled with doubt, fear, and uncertainty. Yet through these 40 days, their faith grew, transforming them from fearful followers into bold proclaim. Goliath taunted Israel's army for 40 days, building tension before David's triumph. Imagine the fear and despair as the giant Goliath mocked and challenged Israel's army for 40 days, intimidating them with his size and strength. During those long, tense weeks, the people of Israel felt helpless, unsure if anyone could stand against such a formidable foe. But then came David, a young shepherd with unwavering faith, who confronted and defeated Goliath, delivering Israel from oppression. Spies explored the promised land for 40 days, gathering intelligence for conquest. Picture the excitement and anticipation as the spies sent into the promised land returned after 40 days, bringing back reports of its fertility and potential. These 40 days represented a critical moment of decision for Israel, choosing either to trust in God's promises or succumb to fear and doubt. Their choice to reject God's promises had significant consequences, delaying their entry into the promised land for 40 years. 40 years, Isaac married Rebekah at 40, entering a mature covenant relationship. At the age of 40, Isaac left his parents' home and began his journey towards a mature covenant relationship with his wife, Rebekah. This significant event marked a transition not only in his personal life, but also in the lineage of Abraham's descendants. Israel wandered in the wilderness for 40 years, learning dependence on God's provision. Imagine the Israelites journeying through the vast and unforgiving wilderness, relying on God's guidance and provision for survival. During those 40 years, they faced countless challenges, testing their faith and resilience. However, through these hardships, they learned profound lessons about trusting in God's plan and His faithfulness. Moses lived in Egypt for 40 years, in Midian for 40 years, and leading Israel for 40 years. Each period of 40 years represents a distinct phase in Moses' life, shaping his character and preparing him for his role as the leader of Israel. David reigned over Israel for 40 years, establishing Israel's golden age. Under David's wise and courageous leadership, Israel enjoyed a period of unprecedented peace and prosperity. His 40-year reign marked a golden age in Israel's history, laying the foundation for the nation's future greatness. King Solomon reigned for 40 years, leaving behind a legacy of wisdom and prosperity. Solomon's 40-year reign was a testament to his ability to maintain peace and stability, as well as his capacity for wisdom and leadership. Eli judged Israel for 40 years, bridging the age of judges and kings. As one of the last judges in Israel's history, Eli's 40-year tenure marked a significant period of transition, paving the way for the establishment of the monarchy in Israel. Saul ruled over Israel for 40 years, demonstrating the failure of human kingship. Saul's 40-year reign serves as a cautionary tale, illustrating the dangers of pride and disobedience, as well as the limitations of human leadership apart from God's guidance. The hidden pattern, the number 40, holds a special place in the Jewish tradition, representing a complete testing, preparation, and transformation. It's a divine probationary period where character is tested, pride is stripped away, and unshakable faith is developed. When you're going through your own 40 season of waiting, testing, or wilderness wandering, remember that God is preparing something greater on the other side. Your 40 season is not a punishment, but a preparation for the promise that awaits you. Trust in God's timing and purpose, knowing that He is with you every step of the way. What 40 season are you walking through right now? A season of broken dreams, unexpected changes, or unanswered prayers? Take heart. God is with you in your wilderness. Trust in His timing, for He is preparing something beautiful on the other side of your 40. As we conclude our exploration of the divine number 40, I encourage you to reflect on the deeper truths and applications it holds for your life. If you resonated with this message, I invite you to hit the like button, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe for more insightful content. Together, let us continue to uncover the hidden patterns in God's Word and apply them to our everyday lives. May you walk with God's favor in your 40 season and beyond. Until next time, may the Spirit of wisdom and revelation guide you in all things.